Hi YouTube, it's Indigo Wendigo, and right now I'm about to show you two Stanley Parable endings that are right here, right in this tiny little office. First off, the one that I've kind of been like working on as I've been making these videos is the Stanley's Heaven ending. So check this out. Yeah! This is the one where you fill up the bar, just like you saw with the screen, and then you get to heaven. Ah, nice. I'm gonna turn that down just a touch because it's a bit loud. But if you can't understand the voices, the oh chanting, it's going buttons, buttons. And so now you're in heaven. And it's everything you ever wanted, right? All the buttons you could possibly button. You can button all these buttons. Unhappily though, or at least to my personal dissatisfaction, is like, watch the buttons. You push them, and then they go, and then they unpush themselves. Like, what is that nonsense? That's not satisfying at all. But they all are very bright and candy colored. They look like those like sheets of button candy, you know, the ones that you see in like movies from a couple decades ago, like the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. You know, the big sheets of like little sugar buttons. There's probably an official name for those. Anyway, so there's nothing below you, nothing above you, only buttons, forever. And presumably this is where Stanley is happiest. See, that one just unpushed itself. That little orange one right there. I saw that. I saw your orange button. You can't hide your deception from me. Yeah, so that's really all this ending is. It's just you put in repeated effort and you're rewarded with this. Excellent. Let's go back. Beep. I've somehow gotten into the habit of just going beep when I do stuff. I do that at work too. When I swipe somebody's card, like input information or whatever, I'm like beep boop. I'm a robot. I'm a robot who's apparently choking on air. That's okay. That's fine. At least everybody can hear me now. So yesterday I recorded a whole episode with my good friend Gabe, and I forgot to be mindful of the fact that if we try to do this without a USB mic, there's a horrible echo on the narrator's voice. So we couldn't use that. And then earlier today, I recorded another episode, another whole episode. Can you believe it? And then there just wasn't any sound because, I don't know, because fate. That's why. Anyway, check this out.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait.
Just stay right here.
Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me.
It'll be fine.
In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed. Then days.
Stanley is perhaps a small crab, or maybe a turtle.
But the one thing he knew
this is
for
his
sure,
shell.
beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough,
he's safe in
the
here.
answers would come.
Got a coffee cup.
Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He
Got a
will
lamp.
be spoken to. He
Everything
will be
you need.
told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
So I found that ending actually the first time I ever sat down and played this game. I like accidentally shut the door and was like, oh, all right, is this the game? And it is the game.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others. So the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. No matter how hard Stanley looked,
well,
he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I think that's something Stanley and I would disagree upon, because the thought of total solitude is just exhilarating to me. That'd be awesome. I could just make coffee and serve it to people by myself, you know. Or I could just be left completely alone for long periods of time. See, that's how you know you're an introvert. when the thought of, I'm just examining this scuffed up desk here. Dang, did somebody get in a fight? But yeah, that's how you know you're an introvert, when the thought of complete solitude is just like, oh, yes, please. Please, can I have that? So this is another ending, or set of endings, when you come up on this desk, and you use control to crouch, and just shimmy sham along right here, and then whoop, there you go, out the window. Ah.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this
Nah, it's not broken.
and realized it was part of the game's design
Everything's fine.
all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes.
Praise the game.
Now
Praise
that you're
it.
here, what do you think?
Yay, praise.
Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all
It's just white.
in? Okay, I'm over it now.
Window
what do you think? Are you sick of this
and
gag
whiteness.
yet?
Are you sick of this gag? Yes. Yes, I am.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time
Why
you
would I
want,
do that?
like
You're still
right
talking.
now. You could have done it just then.
I want to listen to your
Now
delightful
would also
voice.
Be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are
He's such a
literally
tool, and
unable
that's
to
why this
act
game
on
is
your
so
own
fun.
desires to restart the game.
God bless
So,
Kevin
just
Brighton.
to push the
God
envelope,
bless.
I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Oh, well, what did you have in mind, sir? Let's hear it.
There once was a man named Stanley,
And it's a limerick.
who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told.
Is he so manly?
He was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some
You can
kind
just
of
hear him looking down his nose at
in a
you. If he has a
meaningless
nose.
way. But his brain had long ceased to function.
I don't even think he's a physical
Which
being,
is
narrator.
why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible.
So
And
terrible.
if you are not strong and keep
I'm nodding.
playing
This is my
along,
agreement.
You too
Nod, nod,
will
nod.
become quite unbearable.
Yes.
You too will become quite unbearable.
Well, if that's what you really think, then I guess I have no choice but to get out of here. And yeah, as you may have already guessed, there's nothing else to do in that little area. Oh, excuse. Other than just listen to the narrator sing at you.
Hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Alright, so I'm just gonna shimmy over here and show you what happens when you say, nah, I'm not sick of this gag yet. It's fine. Nah, I could do this forever.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop?
Well, I rather
Do you
think
it
you would have,
been particularly different?
sung me a
Would I
limerick.
have taken the same idea, but
It would have been really
rephrased it
nice.
superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place.
Oh, I doubt that, sir.
Now, think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here?
Also, this
just to do
this
the other
room
option?
does have
Clearly,
dimensions.
this whole gag takes some time.
It's not
What
like
if the
as
other option is
infinite
even
as it
longer?
looks.
How long will you spend in total just to have heard
letters.
all the narration? Oh, and this is rich.
I love that he
Perhaps
totally
you just
calls out
played
like
other option, and now you come to
the
see what
fans who
happens
just
in
love
this
his voice,
one.
like me.
So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue. On
God,
your
he just
first
goes
playthrough,
on.
How tantalizing it
That's
would
all right.
be
That's why we're
not
here, right?
knowing
We're
what
here to listen
happens when you
to
pick
the
other option.
the narrator
Indeed,
talk.
You are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps
Oh
you're
no,
not.
miserable is not
In
the
fact,
word.
I'm
No,
just going to
sir.
say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well, now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going
not
to
sure
stop
why I'm calling
talking
him sir,
and leave you to
because
your decision
all
whether
he
to
is
come
a
back
voice.
here, continue with the game,
Like,
or just sit in this
narrator,
spot
what
forever
pronouns do you use?
And ever. Cheers.
Do you use he, him pronouns? Do you have a need for pronouns because you are just a voice? Okay, restart. So I had a specific list of endings I wanted to to show y'all today, and that was most of them. But I'm really, now that I like
All of his
had those
co-workers were
doors
gone.
in
What did
front
he
of my
do?
face, like I'm really
Stanley
invested in getting the
decided to
speed
go to the
run.
meeting room.
Also,
Perhaps
it's
he
only
was
been
simply
12
missing out.
minutes. That's not very many minutes at all. Oh, I know. I know.
When
I know what I
Stanley
shall
came
do.
to a set of two open, this was not the correct way to the meeting
So
room,
there are
and
two
Stanley
doors,
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
through
employee
here,
lounge first, just to
and
admire it.
it's kind of like another choice hub thing.
The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too majestic. Like a combination of a much
Too
smaller
majestic?
version and a much larger version of this exact room. It all made Stanley uncomfortable, and he started to bleed a little. This made him smile. At last, proof that he was human.
I do think Stanley himself is like a flesh and blood human.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first
Narrator,
open
not
door
so
on
much.
his
Narrator
left.
is something different, something eldritch.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years
Oh, I
ago.
hope that cough just showed up on the audio and just sounded absolutely terrible. Nah, I don't. That's
I
bitter.
think
That's
perhaps
negative.
We've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really. I'm not.
No,
I
you're
realize
not.
that
You're just a
investing your trust in
voice.
someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the
I mean, you've got
story
kind
has
of an
been about
attitude.
nothing but you
That's
all
alright.
this time.
Wee.
There's someone you've
Oh,
been neglecting,
wee.
Stanley.
And I just
But in
died.
his
Great.
eagerness to
Good.
prove that he
Good.
is in control
That's
of
what
the
I wanted.
story and no one
That's
gets
exactly
to tell
what I
him what to
wanted.
do, Stanley leapt from the platform.
You know, I'll
and
just leave that in.
plunged to
That's
his
good.
death.
That's
Good
good.
job, Stanley.
I've
Everyone
actually
thinks you're
never
very
messed that
talented.
up. I didn't know it was possible to mess that up. But I did. Just for you. Just for your enjoyment. Well. Okay, good. Good. Alright. Well. Let's we got a message. We got a message. What's the message?
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Oh,
We are
happiness.
confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
Absolutely. Please send me it.
Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
No, thank you. Awesome. So, does that mean when I restart, this place is going to be full of boxes? I can only hope. I can only hope.
And here it was, the lounge.
I
What a
love
room, Stanley
I
thought
love
to
how many
himself.
different
What
things
a
he has to say
room,
when
what a
Stanley
room,
comes to
what
the
a
lounge.
room. This is what Stanley thought. What a room. What a room, what a room. What a room. Va-va-voom. What a room.
Is that what he thought? Good. Like,
Look, Stanley,
I'm a little
I think
astounded.
we've
I
gotten
didn't
off
know
on
it
the
was
wrong
possible
foot here. I'm not your
to just miss and be like, whoops.
I realize that
There we
investing
go.
your trust in someone else can be
Okay.
difficult, but the fact is that
Gotta
the
wait for the
story
right
has been
moment.
about
Just
nothing but
gotta-
you all
Gotta
this
do it,
time.
and hup.
There's someone. What?
Great.
Really?
I'm
I was in the
on the
middle of
rail.
something. Do you have
That's
zero
okay. That's fine.
consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I
Totally
want something
fine.
bad to happen to you? Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Hey, I want to see it.
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
All right, awesome. Red or blue? Nah, still gonna be disobedient.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
The red. I mean, I like red. Also a visual pun here. See that hand cart? To show you that you're being carted around. That, like, if you go through this door, it's basically putting yourself on the little dolly thing. Just like, alright, cart me around wherever you wish. We can go. Nah, can't do that.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Like, narrator, I did not ask for the sass. But I'm going to take it, while drawing attention to the fact that the blue door is still there. But that's not what we're going to do today. We're going to go right through here. I mean, the narrator took such time, such pains. Those lights are beautiful. So we're just going to go through here.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these
Another
choices.
example of
The
great
two of us
alien
always trying to get
geometry.
somewhere
Like,
that isn't here.
okay, well,
Running
the exit's
and running
gone.
and running,
I guess
just
I'm
the
here
way
now.
you're doing right now.
I guess
Don't
this
you
is
see
my
that it's
life.
killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
And at this time, I think it's worthwhile to mention, just go ahead and let the truth come out and put myself squarely in the garbage that I think is from this ending that I really started to like ship Stanley and narrator. And now you know that. You didn't know that before. Now you do. Just going to leave that silence for you to just soak that in.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Ooh.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
I mean, this really
If
is
we
nice.
just stay
Like,
right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think
look
I
at that.
feel happy. I actually feel happy.
It's actually kind of soothing. I want this as like a screensaver. Or like a, I don't know, like a live phone background. It's really nice. And like you can linger in here for a hot second. And it's just like they'll change. Go through different little colors. It's really nice. Little trippy planetarium. Oh, see? Yeah. Look at that. And I don't think you can... No, you can't just jump off into the abyss. But... You can go back through here.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Okay, just steel yourselves because this gets really feelsy.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Yep. Looks too dangerous. I'm going back. Back to the pretty lights.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
Like, what sort of situation is Stanley in even though? If he is flesh and blood, could he just like plop right down here? Just be still? Like, would the narrator ensure his well-being? Stanley, do you have to eat? Is that a requirement? Do you have to use the bathroom? Maybe bathe? These are the questions.
No! What do we talk about? We're risking everything we achieved here. You heard me before, didn't you? You will die! What about this isn't getting through to you?
Oh, it hurts! Genuinely. Like, oh, I'm about to make myself cry right on this YouTube channel. Excellent. I just want to feel things.
You are going to stay here, aren't you?
Oh, sure. Oh, it's pink now. I like it. Let's go again. Huh? You got something to say? This do anything for you? Nah, just go up the stairs. It's fine. Look at this. It's not that far up. It's not that far up. No.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. It's pretty high. It's pretty high.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Oh god. The first time I went through this ending, it actually, like, sincerely hurt me so bad. I was sitting on my couch just in tears, like, what did I do? Why did I do that? But now it's like, meh.
No!
Ooh, ouch.
Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Okay. Yeah, I think I got a point. I mean, kind of just hit my head there. Feeling a little woobly.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
I think that's like the official name for this ending, Stop Moving. Um, there was planned to be an ending where like the narrator forces you to jump off a ledge again and again until you die, but that was actually scrapped because it was too brutal. And but this version is fine apparently.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
I'm inclined to disagree, sir.
No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking, do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Yeah, this really hurt my heart before, but you know, I found I was really a lot better able to deal with it when I started looking at it as the narrator is like a little baby, like a child, and Stanley throwing himself off the ledge again and again until he's dead. Like, the narrator is like, that's a toy. Don't take my toy away. It's like a kid, you know, with a toy truck or whatever. Do kids like trucks? Is that a thing? I feel like that's a thing. But yeah, it's just selfishness. Whee! Ouch.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Yeah, sure. Ugh.
Perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
Well, don't get ahead of yourself.
I know you'll see. You'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
Oh, I can see it. I can see it.
No, perhaps not.
Fooled you. No, I'm just a sadistic monster. Don't worry about
God.
that.
Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over
Nope.
and over to be rid of it?
Not
You're
listening.
literally willing to kill
La
yourself.
la
to keep
la
me
la
from
la. I'm not listening.
Am I reading the situation correctly?
God, so sad. Just want to write a letter to Kevin. Be like, dude, the stop moving ending gets me every time. Whee!
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it.
It's too real. That right
I
there.
just wanted us to get along.
Maybe you're just getting a kick
I
out
guess
of
that
it.
was too much to ask.
The dev team really thinks of
Looks like
everything.
you wanted to make a choice. Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
Well, that line really is heavy. It looks like you wanted to make a choice.
Stanley, I really did. I wish I still thought that was possible.
Oh yeah, I ship it. It's not healthy though. Of course, I feel like I could say that about most of the ships that I really like. Like, oh, I ship it. It's not healthy. Unhealthy ships. Terrible one-sided relationships. Yeah. That's what intrigues me. I think once more ought to do it. Once more ought to do the trick. And then that's what we'll end on. Oh. Oh. Whoop. Yay.
It's over. It's going to restart.
You know he did.
I'm going back.
Great. Great job. Self. Stanley. I'm speaking like there's somebody else here. Great work, friend. Excellent. And so, that's it for today's episode. Stay hydrated, sleep well, and don't eat your friends. Okay, bye.